Welcome to the garden. Today we're going to be transplanting our mini Kalanchoe into a brand new container so it can get all new growth. We've cleared out all the dead flowers and we're still getting brand new ones, which is incredible. It's been flowering since before Valentine's Day, so it's been going for months. It's really an amazing plant. So hopefully by giving the roots some new space, we'll promote a whole bunch of new growth and new buds like this one in the front, and they'll start to bloom and just really fill back in. Our new blooms have sprouted. They look incredible. It's really amazing we're still getting brand new flowers, even though most of them look like these ones in the back. They just die back and then I'll pull them off, but look at that. There's even a couple more on this side. Got a couple more right over here. So they look like this for a few weeks and then they bloom just beautifully. So we've still got quite a few. There's even a couple more hiding over here. But most of them do look like this now. They've basically dried on the plant, so I've been plucking them off because I don't think they're going to do anything. I don't know if they produce seeds or not, but I did sprinkle these dead flowers on a little container, so if they sprout, then we'll get some brand new succulents. But it looks really nice when you clean it up like this. You can really see that new growth. It's beautiful. So this is probably just about ready to transplant. We're going to be up-potting this so that it can get more space. We'll give those roots a little bit more space. We'll give it some fresh soil for some new nutrients, and maybe we'll get even more blooms. This is my succulent mix. Just a cheap potting soil with perlite and sand. And I think a lot of these succulents really like to be packed in tight. So when we go to transplant this, I want to make sure that the soil is nice and compact. So I'm actually going to use this mustard yellow pot that I've been growing mustard greens in. We actually got one of these to start flowering. So I'm going to take them outside. So we're actually helping these out too. But now we've got this nice little yellow pot. I'm going to fill up just a little bit with our soil and then press it in. This is going to give us that nice compact soil, and we don't want to do this with the plant because you could damage those roots. We're just packing this in before we slip our plant in. So I think a little bit more soil. There, the old pot just slipped out. Look at how small that is. It's really cool. It could even survive in there. But just a little bit more. We'll pack that in a little. And it looks like it's kind of root bound. The soil's actually really dry. So I'm not going to disturb the roots at all. I'm just going to pop it in as is. You can see that there's really not many on the bottom, probably because they dry out really quick and die back. But there's a really nice mass around the sides. So I think they'll be fine to spread. Just check our height. Looks just about perfect there. So now all we have to do is fill in around it. So we're really not disturbing the roots very much. We're just going to pack in that soil around it to really get it nice and settled. You can press it in a little bit, but you just want to be gentle because those roots can just actually break off if you push too hard. Okay. So we've packed in our soil. I think it's pretty centered and even. So now we'll just really give this a good drink. So I really want to saturate this. We'll just take our time and water again and again, because when the soil's this dry, it can repel water really easily. So we'll just let it soak through over and over until we're satisfied that it's all the way saturated. Then the last thing I'll probably do is trim up some of these dead stalks. I'm just going to go back to where they start, all the way down like that. That way we don't have to look at the stems, we can just let the leaves fill in. So we've got a couple of these old flower stalks. We'll just cut these back down to the first leaf that we see. So this one's got a leaf right there. Just above that leaf. We'll even do this one too. You can see how hydrophobic that dry soil is. We just want to soak over and over. Just look at how it just beads off. I love this container. It's so bright. I think it's a glazed porcelain. Really beautiful for this kind of succulent. But now that we've up-potted it and trimmed it up, we'll give it a whole bunch of sun, and hopefully we'll get some new blooms. This is a really gorgeous succulent. It has really broad leaves, pretty thin for a succulent, and then it just has these blooms that just continue all summer long. So I hope you stay tuned and see just how long these flowers can last. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.